And thank you for joining us here on Fox 9 and on Fox Local. I'm Amy Hockert. It is finally here. It is Election Day.
And I'm tim-walz. We made it, right? At least so far. From the presidency to the House and the Senate and all of your local elections, too. Fox 9 is on the ground with all of the major races. In fact, our team of reporters are standing by with the latest from both parties. And we begin in our nation's capital.
Yeah, Corin Hoggard is in Washington, D.C. tonight. That's where the Harris-Walz campaign will be this evening. Corin, what is the latest from, I believe, Howard University, which is Kamala Harris's alma mater?
Yeah, Amy and Tim, this is the campus of Howard University, and you can see behind us preparations are still underway for tonight's party. They actually constructed much of what you see on this stage just in the last few hours. You can hear them checking some audio. They've been doing some rehearsals for some of the performances here in the last 30 minutes. We are gathered on risers with hundreds of members of the media from all across the world and getting a good taste of the audio check here right now. But this campus is important to Vice President Kamala Harris. This is her alma mater, and tonight it becomes the first college campus to host an election night party for a presidential candidate. That doesn't start for a couple hours yet. They will start letting people in here for the celebration here very soon, but the actual celebration itself won't start until 8 p.m. our time. So in the meantime, Governor Walz was out on the campaign trail still today in the battleground state of Pennsylvania. The vice president herself made a bunch of radio calls to battleground states, and she's having dinner tonight in D.C. with her family, which is an election tradition for her. And then they'll be over here later tonight as this party gets going in about 2 hours. So we'll be here monitoring their election night and wrapping up that 3 months of campaigning for Governor Tim Walz and a little more than that for the vice president herself. We're live in Washington, D.C. Corin Hoggard, Fox 9.
Corin, real quick, I'm just curious if the campaign has given you any indication what may happen tonight where you are.
I lost you a little bit there, Amy, but if you're asking about, when they're going to know anything or what is going to go on here when she might come out, no indication yet. They will be waiting for the returns, of course, to come in, just like we will be, and we'll be broadcasting those on Fox 9, but they'll be getting some of those polls that kind of come out before they know the exact votes. That won't lead them to come out here and talk yet. So we're not expecting them to actually come out and talk until quite late in the evening, possibly as late as 11 or even midnight tonight. Amy?
All right, thank you. Thank you, Corin Hoggard, live for us in Washington, D.C. tonight.
Well, our team coverage continues back here in Minnesota. Our Rob Olson is standing by at the Intercontinental in St. Paul at the riverfront, where the DFL is holding its election party tonight.
We're going to hold on to Rob for just a second, though. We want to go to Courtney Godfrey. She's at the Radisson Blu Mall of America in Bloomington. That's where the Minnesota Republican headquarters is holding their event tonight. So, Courtney, what are we expecting from the GOP here in Minnesota?
Well, there's a lot of energy coming in to tonight. The GOP chair telling me that they are confident going in to tonight, saying that while many are saying Donald Trump has no chance of winning Minnesota, they're feeling confident, especially after his results in 2016 and coming so close to winning this state. But there's also some big races that they're watching statewide, specifically the potential to flip the state legislature. They believe that there's about a half a dozen seats in the House that are up for grabs that they believe can move to Republican tonight. Those are districts that lost to Democrats by only a few hundred votes last time, and they do believe that they can flip those back and regain control of the state House. There's also a special election out on Lake Minnetonka in the state Senate race. That is historically a blue district, but they are feeling confident in that race, as well as they say exit polling tells them that Minnesotans do want a divided legislature, that Minnesotans do not want the Democrats to have control anymore. Especially, they're feeling confident among independent voters. And GOP Chair David Hahn told us earlier that that's where they think they're going to pull a lot of votes.
People are really looking for a change. They are dissatisfied with the way Democrats have governed the state. So we think in the House races, the half dozen or so that are heavily contested, that Republicans need to gain 4 of those to win a majority. I think that they will do that.
Again, they do think that dissatisfaction with the economy, border policies, and crime will pull independent voters to vote Republican this time around. But only time will tell. The party here starts at about 7 p.m., which is when we'll start to see this room filling up, and we'll be bringing you updates throughout the night. I'm going to toss it over to my colleague Rob Olson, who's at DFL headquarters, with an update there.
Yeah, the party here planning to start around 8 o'clock, and how late it goes, well, we shall see. There's been certainly parties in the past where we've just, they've said, okay, well, certainly 4 years ago, they said, well, I guess we're done until we learn more. But joining me now is the DFL chairman for Minnesota, Ken Martin. Ken, starting with the presidential race here, the last polling I saw showed about a 5-point margin for Kamala Harris over Donald Trump. Do you expect that polling to hold up with the results we'll see tonight?
Well, look, we've still got a few hours left until the polls close, so, I'm not going to make any predictions here, but we feel pretty, cautiously optimistic, or as I heard someone say, nauseously optimistic recently. No, look, it's, it's going to be close all throughout the country. I expect no different here in Minnesota, but based on what we've been seeing in the field over the last several weeks, I expect Vice President Harris and Governor Walz to win Minnesota.
Would you expect any increased turnout in Minnesota when this is all said and done? Always a very high turnout state, but certainly we saw a onslaught of early voting lines too.
We did. I mean, 1.2 million Minnesotans voted early in this election, which is, outside of 2020, a record in this state. And so, and I would expect in terms of election day voting that you'll see a pretty high turnout here as well. At the end of the day, I hope that Minnesota will be #1 in voter turnout again. I expect they will be.
Quickly, too, turning to the Senate races, Amy Klobuchar expected to win again. Angie Craig in a tighter race. How do you see that one?
Well, look, I mean, CD2 race is always tight, but in the end, as I've always said, there's no one that's going to outwork Angie Craig, and that's been true this election cycle. I think her hard work, she's certainly outworked Joe Tarab in these final few hours left. I have no doubt that Angie Craig will win that race. I'm not sure the margin, but she'll be re-elected to Congress.
And then quickly, the State House here, the legislature, pretty tight balance of power there. How do you see that playing out?
Well, I feel really good. We've had great candidates running really vigorous and robust campaigns for months now, and so again, they will be close, but we have 3 hours left, so if you haven't voted yet, get out there and support your state rep candidate.
All right, DFL Chair Ken Martin, thanks for joining us. I know you got a busy evening ahead here. We're going to send it back to the studio now.
All right, thanks, Rob. Well,